I've mentioned it many times in the past that baseball is the easiest sport to make money on, and it's the most important sport in many regards because, listen, in the dog days of summer, it's the sport to collect your cash in so you've got that nice little bankroll built for when football starts again in September. And over the years, long before I created these websites, some 15, 16 years ago, it was the sport that I was betting long before I got into this business. It was the sport that I was always lining my pockets with cash with. Well, it's become second nature for me over the years to easily sit there and forecast what the opening lines are going to be, to sit there with accuracy to forecast where those lines are going to move early in the morning when the public first starts getting down on the games, and to come within generally about 10 cents to what the closing line is going to be. And I'm talking about not what you see at some websites, what the real closing line is at some sports books. No, I'm talking about the most readily available betting line where most people are actually finally closing out their bets. It's not when the line is posted at 7:29 for a 7:30 first pitch game. That's not really the closing line on most games. I'm talking about the most likely time that most people are getting in their final wagers for the games. I'll bet you that over the years, 95% of the time, I am with 10 cents of what that price is going to be, and 10 cents with what the opening line is going to be, and within 10 cents of what that first couple of line moves are going to be early in the morning. Yesterday, however, yesterday was one of those days where I was in the 5% of being wrong. So yesterday, as I noted on the video report, I was going for winning day number 5 out of 6. I was coming off an ultra rare 20-dime play the night before with Justin Verlander and the Houston Astros, the 2-0 win against LA Angels. And I'm a firm believer, as I told you, that I like to press the action. So I saw a play I absolutely loved. Pittsburgh Pirates. They were a $1.60 favorite on the money line. And it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I thought, I'm going to release it. Obviously, it's going to have to be a run line play. And the Pirates on the run line were a $1.35 price. Well, that's just great plus money. So I released the play early. And I released it early because I anticipated that this line, if worst case scenario, you were probably going to be left later in the day with that run line price maybe coming down to 130, most likely, maybe down to 125. So I figured, let me get the play out there early, because when I release a play of that magnitude, a lot of you guys are going to immediately jump on it. And I figured at that type of plus money, get it out there, get it early. Why not take as much plus money as possible? Didn't quite work out that way, guys. Quite to my surprise, suddenly at 9 o'clock in the morning, the money line price, which again, overnight, and at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, the money line price was $1.60. The money line price at 9 o'clock Eastern time drops to 150. And then at 9:30, it drops to 145. And then at 10 o'clock, it drops to 135. And then about 10:30, 10:45, it kind of solidifies at about 140, and that's where it stays just about the rest of the day. I'm here to tell you today, for as much as I know about betting baseball, for as much as I can tell you about this industry, I have no effing clue why that line dropped. None. I mean, there wasn't like there was a major lineup changes. It wasn't like there was a pitching change. I mean, when I handicapped the game, the Pirates had still been 4-1 on their current homestand and won 10 of their previous 11 games at home. The Padres had still lost 7 of their previous 10 games on the road. The Padres rookie Eric Lauer had made 4 major league starts since I called him up in April, and 3 of them he had absolutely sucked, including his 2 road starts. I have no idea what possessed the public, the odds makers, to change that line so dramatically. Again, 95% margin. Yesterday was at plus or minus 5%, where I was in the wrong situation. Why did it matter? Well, of course, as you know, the Pirates only won by 1 run. And if I had any inkling, I would have simply been all over a 20-dime play on the Pirates on the money line at minus $1.40. But listen, I am not one of these guys that sits here second-guessing, lamenting the loss, going, oh, gee, I should have played it this way. I'm a big boy. I played the game wrong. I cost you money. I cost myself a lot more money than I cost you, trust me. And what matters today is I've got to get that money back, which I will, because I will score the winning weekend and it'll start tonight. And that's how the chips crumble sometimes. I mean, sometimes you just, I can't tell you. Don't know why. Listen, you know, I'm still wondering how I won that game with the Celtics last week when Marcus Smart hits that line drive free throw, which he was purposely trying to miss to give me the cover against, the 76ers in game number 5 of that second round series. Sometimes you get the luck going your way, and sometimes for no reason that you can explain, a line move like yesterday, like I said, damned if I know. So, what happened yesterday otherwise? You have to go give props to Jeff Benton, who was on a nice little roll as he cashed in with yet another $100 max wager play last night, as he scored with the Colorado Rockies as a $1.25 run line play. He goes for $100 max wager winner number 5 out of 6 since Saturday. That is over half price off today using coupon code 100dimer. And Jack Brayman, who last night had a $60 dog on the Red Sox on the run line, plus $1.30 over Baltimore. Today, top rated 100 dime winner, number 23 out of 34 overall, basketball, baseball, football combined, and number 11 out of 14 in baseball. It's on the Phillies and Cardinals. Great pitching matchup there. Jake Arrieta, Michael Wacha. It's over half price off using coupon code JACK. And keep in mind that he has made $10 bettors over the past 71 days, a little over $19,000. All your other discount coupon codes, etc., are over on the home page. Let me give you my take on this game, and I think it's a very difficult game. Now, of course, Jake Arrieta, from all the years he pitched for the Chicago Cubs, faced the Cardinals constantly, pitched extremely well against them. 2.27 earned run average and 17 career starts against St. Louis. Of course, the Phillies took yesterday's opener in that series. They have been on quite a roll, winning 7 of their last 8. Since starting the season 1-4, they've won 24 of their last 36 games, but outside of their division, they have been phenomenal this year. The Phillies going 17-2 outside of the NL East. Cardinals have lost 4 of their last 5, but Wacha, 4-0 in his last 7 starts. And pitching at Busch Stadium this season, 3-0 with a 2.25 earned run average and 5 home starts. And the Cardinals have won 6 of his last 8. This is a very difficult game. Right on the surface, you'd say, oh, I got to ride the Phillies. But Arrieta has not pitched nearly as well on the road. The bullpen has cost him a couple of wins already. I give a slight nod toward the Phillies in this game, but it is not a dead mortal lock. So I will go with Philadelphia as the complimentary play, pretty much even money in this contest. But again, it's far from a dead mortal lock in this one. I also like the Houston Astros on the run line, plus $1.20 at home tonight over Cleveland. Charlie Morton, 8-0 in his last 11 regular season starts going back to last season. At home this year, 6 starts at Minute Maid Park, 4-0. 1.96 earned run average, and in a span of 36.2 innings, he struck out 51 batters, only allowed 24 hits in them. Last year at home, 10-3, 3.34 earned run average and 16 home starts. So his success pitching in Houston certainly has continued. The Astros return home after taking 2 out of 3 in LA, but they only scored 8 runs in the series. And remember, on the road they've averaged nearly 2 runs more than they have at home. That is why I did not go with Houston as a best bet tonight, even though the Astros just delivered for me a couple of nights ago behind Verlander, because they have struggled offensively, especially at Minute Maid Park. And of course, Mike Clevenger for the Indians comes into this game with a 2-0 record and a 0.83 earned run average in 2 roads in his road starts so far this season. I think 3 of them. But the Indians have lost 6 of their last 8 on the road, and Indians are also just 1-3 in Clevenger's last 4 starts. So I do like the Astros here on the run line. Between the 2 plays, I like the Astros a little more than the Phillies for your complimentary selections. That'll do it, guys. Tomorrow we've got NBA once more, so I'll talk to you again on